Doc South here, and day to day life that I talk about on this video channel I have on YouTube. Day to day life that I try to chronicle is it's fascinating um, how I have found that good turns bring good returns. Return good turns. Yeah. Good turn gets good turn, begets good turn, begets good turn. Right. Okay. And it's fun how that happens. Case in point, let me think if I can start this out right. I've got to think about this a minute. I know you smell something burning. Chances are you're right. Okay. I come the other day, I was about 2 nights ago. I come home from work and, hard day. And I basically, the two things I drink are water and coffee. And then now and then when I'm really swinging, when I really want to tie one on, maybe I have a glass of juice. That's about it. Yeah. And that's fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. And I, I don't know. It's funny how that is. And well, the other night I was looking to get some have make myself a pot of coffee, just a nice single pot of coffee. And much to my horror, the coffee machine that I've had for I think 5 or 6 years had a nice. I think it was a Mister Coffee or something like it. Yeah, you have the little basket, the coffee grounds, and the water goes. Yeah, um, I love that thing. It's my morning star, and I it was, but it wasn't working, and I've said, oh my god, and well, Sandy suggests she says maybe it's given up the ghost, and I said, I think it has. The on off light isn't on anymore. Oh, geez. She says, well, what are you going to do? It served you well. Yeah, but I said, gee, I want a coffee. Well, get one on the way to work. You're heading out for work in a minute or two. Yeah. Yeah. Says, so anyway, to be nice, I believe it was her who said, I'll tell you what, she says, let me boil you some water. You can pour the coffee, put the coffee in the basket. You can have one last, you'll just pour the boiling water over the coffee grounds. It'd be no different than uh, heating it in the coffee pot. And she says, there you go. She says you can go over to Walmart and get a coffee maker later. I said, yeah, I guess I could. Gee, my coffee pot. She says, well, we're not going to have it bronzed. It's broken. Goodbye. You get another, that's all. Jeez. So anyway, we were able to make reasonably good coffee that it wasn't really overly hot, but I nuked it. It got up to, burn your tongue level, and that's what you want with the first sip of coffee. So I had some to drink on the way up to work, which is fine. So I get home that night again. Oh my God, dog eat dog day in the store. Oh my God, so much work. Oh, I come crawling in the house, and Sandy says, "Oh, typical day, huh?" I said, "Oh God, oh please." She says, "Well, it says I got a surprise for you." And I said, "What?" She says, "Here's $20. Why don't you go get yourself uh, a coffee pot over at the Walmart?" I said, "Well, yeah, I guess I could." "Well, gee, thank you." She says, "Well, you worked hard for me today. Here's $20, to make us money. Here's your 20. Go get a pick yourself a nice one. You chances are you're going to find one for about that kind of money." I said, "Yeah, I guess." "Well, thank you." And so I hop in the car, drive over to well, again what we call the closet, Sandy and I, the Walmart, and I don't know. I get out of the car, and I get out of the car, and I'm walking in the parking lot, and there's one other guy walking with me who was kind of well dressed for going to a Walmart, I thought. It's more of a redneck kind of store. I mean, in theory. And this guy he looked like, I don't know. I just figured, I'm looking at him. I said, I think he's one of the big shots. And I don't know. I just let it go at that. And, he's kind of behind me. I'm in front of him. And all of a sudden I notice someone left a whole doggone cardboard box full of crud in the parking lot. Things like not beer cans, but soda cans and coffee cups and I don't know, just all sorts of debris, shopping bags and baloney right there in the parking lot in a big old cardboard box. And I look at that and I said, well, I'll be daggum. That ain't, no, sir, that ain't happening. And I go walking over, I go to pick it up and I'm carrying it. And the guy says, what are you doing? The guy that was well dressed says, what you up to? I said, well, I'm carrying this doggone box. I want to see if I can find some garbage somewhere. You see, someone just left it there. He says, yeah, that stinks when they do that. Doggone, he says, you're right. He says, you want me to carry it? I said, no, I got it. You're better dressed than me. What if something splashes on your good clothes? I don't have to worry so much. He says, well, okay. But we're talking and walking, talking. I didn't really pry, but I'm pretty certain he was, one of the assistant manager or something like that of the store. We were just yakking back and forth about stores. Told him how I worked at a supermarket, and he didn't really let on as to what he did, but I think I'm pretty right. And well, anyway, we get into the store. I say, geez, where's the trash basket? He says, right, you'll see one right over there. You see it over near the where people are coming out of the self-serve? I said, oh, yeah, okay. He says, that was nice of you to do that. I said, well, thank you. I said, I'm happy to. I just didn't like seeing it. I was telling him how I work at a store, and I see something like that at my store. I take care of it, doggone her. It's getting done. And anyway, so now I'm walking through the store. Someone was nice enough to point out, it's a big place where a guy could get lost in there trying to find a coffee pot. Well, someone directed me right to it, doggone it. And so I'm standing there looking at the coffee pots. There was a few within my price range. I think I had Sandy's $20, and I had, I think, 5 for myself. And I finally decided on a nice, a nice coffee pot, automatic. Yeah. And I decided on that. Turns out it was $20, and I had enough for the sales tax. So, and a candy bar left over. So I get in line, sitting there, and I saw some lady behind me was having trouble lifting the grocery. She bought some heavy stuff and was like bag of potatoes, and 5-pound bag of potatoes was a lot to her. So I said, ma'am, I'll put them on the belt for you. And she said, okay, thanks. And I put them, potatoes and a few other things. God, I said, you got a load here. I said, if you need help, I'll help you throw it in your car later, once we're heading out. She says, oh, okay. And another guy, now, as I'm talking, the guy in front of me turns and says, hey, you used to work up at that store up in Mount Olive, the A&P. I said, yeah. And he says, God, he says, I used to deliver Nabisco cookies there. I said, yeah, I remember you. And we were just yakking back and forth, having a time. And then the older lady gets into the conversation with us. We're talking about how we like Nabisco crackers. And I said, boy, Cheez-Its, I just go for them. Aren't they Nabisco? No, they're Sunshine. Jeez, that would have been a faux pas. But but we're back and forth on all this stuff. And then pretty soon the cashier says, wait a minute. She says, you're Doc South. She says, I recognize your voice from when you used to be on the radio. And oh my God, it's like old home week. And it was all just from people just trying to be nice and not pushy upon one another, just getting into conversations, pleasant little conversations. Gosh, it was one of the best, I'd say one of the best half hours of my day, that particular day. Go walking out with that one lady. The cracker guy and I waited for her to get her stuff ordered up, and we helped her get stuff into her car, and um, he went off. It turns out he had to kind of quit being a delivery man because his wife got pretty sick, and he evidently somehow there's a thing where the state, talk about a good deed, where the state somehow pays you to stay home and take care of your sick spouse. I don't know. All in all, it was just one of those days where it seemed like there was a space and time there where a lot of helping one another and talking with one another and appreciating one another made perfect sense and went so well. So well. Yeah. It was a nice. Sandy, when I came home, Sandy says, how'd you do? I said, well, I had a great time. Got my coffee pot. Looky there. She's all happy now. I don't know. I thought it was a good, like I said, a good hour. You might want to keep some of that stuff in mind. Okay. A little, I don't know. I guess I don't know quite. I don't think I have a saying for it, but just kind of, just being openly nice to people sometimes pays off in some very interesting tales and some doggone fun for a change. Anyway, thought I'd say. Yeah, Lord's Prayer moment, of course. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. So be it. Okay. Anyway, I just thought you'd dig that, friends. I know this is a long-winded story, but I thought you might like it. I see that a lot with the YouTube site. A lot of very good people listening in. I would ask that you share the videos with people if you get a chance. Okay? All right. Oh, and my accountant. Yeah, I got an email from him not too long ago. He said, hey, I enjoyed that one video you did about tax day. He says, that was cool. Thank you. There you go. Huh? Yep. See you now. Bye-bye.